And hello, everybody. The Calgary Real Estate Show is live on Thursday, September 7th. As you can tell by our surroundings, this is not our normal backgrounds. We are actually away right now. But we wanted to do this live today because we got our August wrap up to get through. And, it was very, very interesting market again in August. And we'll kind of give my prognostications. I guess we're fairly close, but we'll get to that here in a second. Let's first get to our weekly stats. We're going to kind of go through these a little more quickly today, but basically the story of the week is I think really things slowed down for Labor Day, both for new listings and sales. People were either going away, getting kids to school, getting kids in school for the first day of school for the year, kind of last long weekend of summer, quote unquote. I'm going to leave it there. I'm not talking about other stuff that may be coming in terms of the white stuff someday, not anytime soon. And our active detached was down from last week and total active was down as well. So let's roll right into your real estate time machine, Natalie.
All right. So total sales last year, 409. This year, 504, up 23%. New listings last year, 546. This year, 648. So up 18.5%. Active listings last year, 4761. This year, 3249. So down 30, almost 32%. And days on market last year.
It's interesting. I was just going to say we're seeing those numbers shrink a little bit. So I think it'll be something to keep an eye on through fall here. If we start to see those numbers dip into the, it would take a lot, but if we start to see them dip into the mid to low 20s, then, we're starting to see a trend. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yep. That's it. Basically just days on market, 39 last year, 24 this year. So down 38.5%. Over to you, Jaden.
Yeah, and so no big changes from what I saw. Actually, we had private rates go down, fixed rates go down slightly by 0.1% on the fixed conventional side of things. But the big news was the Bank of Canada announcement yesterday, holding it flat. That's in spite of their mandate to fight inflation and keep inflation. They want to be in that 2% range. That's their golden goose. And in spite of the fact that inflation went from, I think it was 2.8% up to 3.3%, they still held it down. Why? We had negative GDP growth for the second quarter, and all indications are that will continue on into the third quarter, as July was kind of a bad month for that. So it's really interesting. They kept the bottle open a little bit there and said, you know what, we're not going to raise now, but we still could raise in spite of all of this GDP things going on behind the scenes, which we know will likely pull down inflation as well. Why do they do that? Because they are trying to create a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? They don't want to say, no, okay, guys, this is the last one. Before you know it, we're going to be dropping rates, so prepare for that. Because what does that do? People go out and spend, and that creates inflation, right? So really, I think this is a pretty big signal that we're near peak and we're heading into the kind of the recessionary territory that I believe is coming. And with recessions come drops in rates. So hopefully, we might see some fluctuation on the fixed side over the next couple of months. Hopefully what you're looking at now starts going down going into 2024.
Yeah, absolutely. I know a lot of people counting on that for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, this will be interesting, Natalie.
RENO fails. We're going through this quick. I want to do something fun and lighthearted before we get into all the other deep dive. I like that this guy used zip ties for his bath, his shower curtain.
Yeah.
That's something
so why is that a fail? Yeah, I don't think Mark and I get that.
Okay, I loved this one. The newly renovated hot tub truck. That's a truck.
I love it.
And he actually built a deck around it. It's so funny.
I love it.
Maybe more lights needed. I'm not sure. You got a deal on nipple lights, as we call them. How not to fix a leaky faucet. So this, I'm not even sure. Like the little spigot is down below, held in place by an elastic band. And then you have a screwdriver stuck in there to hold it in place. So, good dad hack.
Yeah.
This one, I'll let you go in first. That is scary. I am not getting it that cool. I know, look, it's like 2x4s holding it up.
Oh my word.
Someone really wanted a pool. And this, the literal firebox fireplace. Would you ever put something in there? It's so bad.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God. That's all I got.
That's crazy. All right. So we got some new fresh community events coming up. So we've got Halloween weekends at Callaway Park. We've got Carnival. I should have had Jaden say that. That's Brazilian, is it not?
Well, not Carnivale, but Carnival is that'd be more of a February thing for us. So different timing. Yeah.
Yeah. More like Mardi Gras. Yeah. Right. Anyway, well, that's going on Heritage Park on September 15th. We've got Far Oktoberfest. Jawohl. And we got all sorts of German stuff, and that is happening. My apologies, Great Eagle on the 15th and 16th. And then the Boo Crew costume party, always great events at the Calgary Zoo for people like Jaden that have little ones or anyone else out there. So that'll be super fun as well. Now we're going to get to our August wrap up, and I need to see this in a little. Well, that one I can see. I'm going to pull up my other screen here in a second. So you can see our benchmark price went up almost 8%. We're going to break down all the segments. Total sales up almost 28% year over year. New listings did go up, so that helped for sure. But our total inventory is still down over 30%. Months of supply. So if you've never seen this before, what is months of supply? Well, they go, okay, if there were no more new listings that came on the market, how long would it take based on the current rate of sales to eat up that inventory? And that is an indicator of a buyer's or seller's market or a balanced market. We've been in this kind of 1 month, one and a half months of supply for forever, it seems like, but that is firmly in the seller's market territory. You can see days on market as we've been reporting week after week after week in the mid-20s. And so now we're going to go and break it down segment by segment. And I'm just going to pull up my other screen here so I can see this a little bit easier. And everyone, you can still see my camera, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So in Calgary, we had our benchmark price for detached went up 0.9% from July 23. And my apologies, I don't know why that's saying July. Days on market was 24 for detached. And, it's 72% listing absorption rates. That's decent. That's still firmly in seller's market territory. And then on the semi-detached side, 80% absorption rate. And again, what that means is, and I'm going to explain this once and then I go through it the rest of the time. So listing absorption is what percent of listings that hit the market are selling, right? So that's always another indicator. The benchmark price there went up just over 1% from July and over 10% from August 2023. And we had a 22 days on market for that segment. And for row townhouses, up 413.2, 100% listing absorption rate. Everything was selling. Up 1.4% from July 23 and 15.68 from August of 2022.
Wow.
To me, and again, Jaden and Natalie chime in here, it is the most desirable, not desirable, it's the most accessible product if you want something that's more of a home, right?
Absolutely. It's what I'm seeing with my clients from a financing side. A lot of them, with the way they got it, they can't afford that 696.7, right? And so this row townhouse is a great option for them right now.
Yeah, exactly. 20 days on market there on average. My apologies, technological challenges. And then on the, go away, Apple Pencil. I don't want you there. So on the apartment side, let's see what's going on with apartments. So 3091, that is up 13.5% of August of 22, 30 days on market there. And then we will go next if we want to go next. And I believe it is Airdrie. Yeah, I know it's small, so we'll just pull that up here. So 87% of listings sold, new listings in August, 6035, which is up slightly from July. And I think that is a 7.5% increase over last August. 127 active listings, 110 sold. So that means there were some that snuck on prior or just after 30 days on market. 100% of their semi-detached sold in Airdrie, up 7.4, 62% from August of 22, slight bump from July. Again, you can see everything selling there. On the row townhouse side, 100% listing absorption rate. And prices up almost 12% from August and 1% from July. and days on market 19. And then for their apartment condos, up 18% from August of 22. Check
Wow.
that, 19
What?
days on market. Yeah, it's
That's
absolutely
crazy.
crazy. And then I think we were in Okotoks, so I'm going to pull that one up. So on the benchmark, look at that, 98% listing absorption rate for detached, 649.2. That is up 6.39% from August of 22. Everything's selling 20 days on market. On the semi-detached side, this one was interesting, but when we look at the actual active listings, there's not a lot there, so not a lot of it sold, which is kind of odd to me, but only 9 days on market for the one that did sell. Prices went up 12%. And then for row townhouses, 100% listing absorption, so everything sold.
Oh, we just lost you. Oh,
8.17 up from August, 21 days on market. And then for their apartment condos, a 4.87% increase to 245.3, 22 days on market. And then finally in Cochrane. So Cochrane's an interesting market, and it kind of has been throughout the whole year. So we had a benchmark price increase of 4% on detached to 632, but really only half the listings sold there, 37 days on market. Semi-detached prices went up to 472.2, 5% up from last year. Again, only about half of the homes sold there, 25 days on market. And then row townhouses, everything sold, right? So that's a common theme amongst all these communities, is everything is selling on row townhouse side. 6% up in price and 26 days on market. And then on apartment condos, pretty good. 83% of listings sold at 273.9 for prices, which is up almost 8.5%. Only 6 active listings, 5 sales, and 17 days on market. Woo! And there it is.
did it.
That's it. So, I mean, as always, I think let's just wrap it up here as we finish off. You know, what does this mean? Natalie, what are your thoughts as we wrapped up August?
I think it's been a crazy month, to say the least. I find it interesting with Cochrane that their prices are so variable, or their stock. I wonder if it's the construction out there. Like they're doing a lot of traffic issues in that town right now that they're trying to address, but that's not getting done super quickly. Like, you know, that's one of those things for someone who's commuting every day. If you're dealing with that extra 30 minutes, it makes a very big difference on a community. So that's my thoughts.
Cochrane, I was just thinking about Cochrane. You know, it's interesting. I'm wondering if they've kind of reached a bit of a peak there. It just doesn't seem to have the demand that Airdrie does, for sure. Because we know how amazing Airdrie is for access. The only challenge has been traffic in Airdrie, which they're solving with that 40th Avenue overpass, which I think, Jaden, have you heard, is it ready now in fall?
Yeah, it's supposed to be ready in the fall, and you know how construction goes. So it looks like it's getting towards that place. So you can see that kind of the off ramps going on the northbound and southbound. So there's definite traction there. It's coming together.
It's coming together, right? So that's going to make a huge, honestly, that's only going to help Airdrie. So if you had a hard time buying an Airdrie before, it's only going to help, which is good for people that have lived there for so long. I lived there for a couple of years, and that was the challenge at 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the afternoon. Coming into Airdrie was very, very busy. And then for the city of Calgary, I mean, it's kind of status quo. Like, you know, you put a home up on the market that's priced well, it's going to sell, just where you're going to go, right? And we have solutions for that. So reach out, comment down below, whether you're on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, all of our Facebooks. Comment below if you have questions on the market. You know, we do these real estate reviews too. If you're just curious, like, hey, Mark, we're doing a new home equity line of credit. We're going to work with Jaden, and we want to know prior to doing that, is this worth doing? And you bought 3, 4, 5 years ago. Well, number one, it probably is. But number two, we do a real estate review for you. So comment down below, reach out. We can schedule those in. Those are no obligation, and you're not selling your home. We understand that. It's like, hey, Mark, I'm not selling. I'm like, no, we get that. That's what this report is for. So feel free to book one of those with us. And that is super helpful too. We just redid our home insurance. You need to know replacement cost, right?
Yeah.
If you have not updated your replacement cost on your home in the last 3 years, please reach out, right? We don't want something catastrophic to happen and you not to have adequate replacement coverage on your home. So that's it. Just under 15 minutes.
Woohoo!
Yeah, awesome. Jaden, thanks so much for doing that. And Natalie as well. We're going to get back to our mini vacation. And the only thing I will say in relation to where we might be this weekend is go Seahawks.
Enjoy the game, guys.
Thanks,
everybody. We'll see you in 7 days.
Bye.
Bye.